Hey, what's up guys? So in this video we're going to be talking about how you can get boatloads of traffic back to your website. Now I'm going to state this right now, it's not easy, it's hard. You're going to put in the time, there's no fucking hacks, no growth hacks, no like if you do this, all of a sudden the floodgates open and millions of people go to your website. No bueno, that shit doesn't exist. However, I'm going to show you a proven, scalable model that you can duplicate and send off to your team, rinse and repeat, look at your analytics, optimize based on your analytics, and grow and grow and grow and grow and scale the right way, okay? So this is a model in a nutshell. I'm gonna keep this video short as possible. The system is called a who, what, where, and how system. In this video, we're just gonna be talking about the where, forget about everything else, but just to let you know that's where it comes from. So if we're looking at the whole model, most businesses, they will spend a lot of time focusing on their own platform. You wanna start off with a startup, you get your beautiful website, so you have your big website over here, you spend all this time and money creating content inside this website, right? So you put a money sign, and you go out, you're like, oh, look at my content on my website, you do some social media posts, do all of this, you know, normal stuff, what they tell you to do, and guess what? Nothing happens. No one comes to your website because no one gives a shit about your company. No one cares about your brand. Yeah, you're nobody, okay? So this is what you need to do instead. You still need to build out your website, but don't invest that much time into it. Make it aesthetically pleasing, make it mobile friendly, the standard stuff, okay? So you have your website, like so, and basically what I want you to do is I want you to spend, you know, enough of your time creating 3 amazing pillar posts. And what pillar posts are guides or articles anywhere between 2,000 words to 4,000 words, beautiful images and videos. Like you really invested your time in and kind of like become the industry leader in that specific, you know, topic that you're talking about. So you have 3, so 3 pillar posts we call them. And you know, on average, you like to spend anywhere between 500 to maybe 1,000 on a pillar post, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know, maybe do it yourself. Nonetheless, you want 3 of them on your website and really be strategic. Pick 3 topics in your industry. Let's say you're e-commerce, you have a product, maybe you're selling a pen, maybe you talk about then like cost of business for an office, that's one. Maybe the second one is how to, you know, reduce overhead in your office. You get the gist of it. So 3 different topics within inside your industry, and you create these pillar posts, none of these bullshit 500 word cheesy little dinky articles that I fucking hate, okay? So now you have 3 pillar posts. This is where the scalability model, the hard work comes in. Remember what I said, nobody knows you exist. Your website is in ghost town. Remember the movie Field of Dreams? If you will build it, they will come. No one comes, no one cares about your fucking baseball field, okay? So basically what you need to do is this. You need to grab your Google Doc sheet and you're gonna do this. You're gonna have one section which is called GP, another section which is called podcast. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is garbage. It's the worst marker I've ever seen. Maybe I should have a fucking marker business. So we're gonna have, there we go. We're gonna have, yeah, that's better. GP and podcast, okay? And basically what you're gonna do is GP stands for guest posts. You can use a tool like BuzzSumo, so this is what I do. I go to BuzzSumo, get the pro feature, trust me, don't chintz out on that. Free feature, pro feature, invest in proper fucking software. Go to BuzzSumo and type in the keywords for your business. So we're gonna still use the whole theme about the marker. I'm basically gonna type in the keyword startup. I'm gonna type in the word maybe consumer product. I'm gonna type in the word maybe design. So figure out the main keywords in your niche of your business. And on the side of BuzzSumo, there is a check mark for guest posts. You check that, only that, nothing else. And it's gonna give you all these articles where people have guest posted. Holy shit, that's a fucking gold mine. So basically what you wanna do is you wanna click the button on the right. It's gonna look for the most shares, so LinkedIn shares, Twitter shares, Facebook shares, and then basically go by one every single one. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for high domain website, north of 40+ domain authority. Great little trick you can do is you take the URL of that website, you can plug it into a website called similarweb.com, boom, and you look for monthly traffic. So what you're looking for is anywhere between north of 100,000 monthly hits. You don't want anything south of that because it's not worth your time. So let's say you go through the whole process of finding websites doing more than 100,000 hits a month, domain authority 40 plus, and basically you're making a list of at least, I would say at least 30 guest posting opportunities. So you go to your Google Docs on Google Drive and you boom, 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 name content, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. Now what you go is you do the podcast thing. So basically podcast is a little bit easier. You don't need any tools at all. You can go to Stitcher, you can go to iTunes, you can go to Google Play or Google Podcast, and basically you're looking at least the top 40 in your niche. So let's type in, for example, once again with this, maybe entrepreneur, startup, marketing, consumer goods, etc. And basically you're looking for the top 40, you rip that data out, you go to your Google Doc, and once again, guess what? Name, contact, boom. That's your list, okay? And this is what you do. Let's start with the guest post. You go one by one and email them. And I usually like to ask permission-based marketing as opposed to just pitching them like, literally, this is all I do. Subject line, trying to connect, or to name of the person. So let's say to Mike from Amir, are you accepting guest post, question mark. End of fucking story. Literally more than 80% of the time they email me back, what you got, what do you have in mind. That's permission-based marketing. Boom, open up the relationship, and that's when you sell them. So basically what you want to do is, you know those 3 pillar posts that you had? So this is what you do. Around those topics, you pitch them a good guest post that is congruent with their audience. Not what you want, but congruent with their audience, based on those 3 pillar posts that you're talking about. And this is where the traffic part comes in, because if you're looking at Google rankings, they care about backlinks for your website, they care about bounce rate, they care about how many other websites that people are talking about your website and anchor linking to your website, etc., etc. So let's say the first person accepts your guest post, you start writing a beautiful guest post on their website, addressing their audience, talking about the 3 pillar posts, or roughly around the 3 pillar post ideas you had. Somewhere in that post, you're gonna have a link to one of your pillar posts. And the whole idea how we do it usually is, let's say, we're gonna call this, I don't know, pillar post 1. So pillar post 1 is we have a campaign for each pillar post. So pillar post 1 is we're looking for roughly anywhere between 5 to 10 guest posting opportunities. And each of these guest posting opportunities, they have one link, so an anchor text based link, back to pillar post 1. More or less, you're creating an organic personal backlinking network as opposed to paying it and controlling your own. That's a whole different video. But this is an organic way. Different websites, different websites. You have now exposure to their audience. You're building links back to your pillar post, and that's it. Simple as that. So once you're done P1, go to P2, P3, you get the gist of it. So go down the whole list. You get ready for rejection, sure. Keep on moving forward, and moving forward, and moving forward. The whole idea now, you're telling Google that you are a trustworthy website, that people deem you as an authority, and also you above all, you get fucking exposed to like massive amounts of audience. Like imagine you getting a guest post on like, I don't know, a website doing 1 million hits a month, and then they put you on the front page. You can't buy that type of media, it's too expensive. You got it for free, you add value to their community, they get it back into your website, times that by 5, 6, 7, 10, 25. 25 guest posts. You do the math. It really does help your company. And this is scalable, quantifiable. You can look at your Google Analytics. You can see how many people are coming from every link, every post, bounce rate, etc., etc. Use math to your advantage. I wasn't number friendly at the beginning. I realized how important numbers are. So really digging deep into your analytics and see what's happening, see what's going on, and then optimize from there. Podcasts, a little bit different. So podcasts are obviously not guest posting, you're not writing for them, but reach out, figure out what the angle of their audience is, pitch your idea, pitch your story, and just be you, be fun, be organic, have a good conversation, be entertaining for people. And usually for the most part, these podcasts, they do have a spot where they link back to their website. It's not obviously to your article, but here's a little tip on top of that. If you are in a position where you can offer something special for their audience, create a unique page for their audience. So let's say, going back to the markers, maybe you can have like Entrepreneur on Fire, because John Lee Dumas has a podcast, and all these other people have podcasts, or Art of Charm, Jordan Harbinger. You can have artofcharm.com/gomarker, for example. So from Art of Charm, Jordan's page, they click it, they go to the market page, a special offer just for his audience. Okay, so make it unique, make it personable just for their audience. That little extra goes a long way. That's it. You go down the list, you finish that, bada bing. That's how you get traffic to your website. It's not you just focusing on your website, it's you doing outreach, you building the bonds, a relationship with everybody else in your ecosystem, and also you getting exposed to other people's platforms. That's the most important thing. Your message, your brand, everything that you want to sell is now exposed on these platforms, have millions and millions of readers and followers and watchers. That's it. I'll leave you with that. If you got a comment, comment below. I'll see you later. Peace.